talk a little about the Hindu temples in Botswana. There are around 5 major temples, and out of which the largest is the ISKCON Gaborone Krishna Balaram Mandir. They are involved in spreading the message of Hinduism within Botswana. Good to have you on the telecast with us. And of course, my first question about the kind of celebratory atmosphere that is taking place in Ayodhya, has it been replicated in Botswana and at the temple that you preside at?
Jai Shri Ram to all the panelists and to the entire nation. Interestingly, there is a lot of excitement ever since the date for the Pran Pratishtha has been announced by the temple trust in Ayodhya, and all the major temples, as you mentioned, there are 5 of them, are going to have it throughout the day celebrations, commencing at 8:30 in the morning with aartis and bhajans and discourse, and then in the evening there will be some havans, and it will accumulate with Mahaprasad in the evening. So each and every temple that you have just mentioned, that is the ISKCON temple in Gaborone, the Hindu temple in Gaborone also. There's the Bap Swaminarayan temple in Gaborone, the Francistown Hindu Society temple, which I'm part of, and there's one in Maun, which is in the Okavango Delta region, and there's another one nearby here, which is Silibi Pikwe. And wherever there is no temple, the people are going to get together in a community hall and conduct prayers. So it's really a very, very excitement filled atmosphere that we are going to experience, say, commencing today, being today is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So over the period of 4 days, there's a lot of activity that is going to take place in the entire country of Botswana.
That's interesting. You talk about the Hindu diaspora in Botswana, but what about the natives? What about the locals? Are they equally intrigued by what is happening in Ayodhya? Are they aware of the consecration ceremony? Have they been made aware by way of propagation, by way of promotions? Obviously, like you said, the 4 days are full of festivities, which are then going to culminate on 22nd when the actual consecration ceremony happens.
You know, the local community is involved on a small basis, because the awareness is not as much as maybe in Germany or in Canada or United States. Because you must remember that Botswana is not a large community, as Dr. Krishnamurti has said. We might be a community of maybe 10,000-12,000 Hindus in Botswana, and with whatever little resources we have, we try our best to get the locals involved. There's a program here from the schools which do bring students to the Hindu temple and other religious places of worship to enlighten them on what other religions represent and what they stand for. So at this moment, there's not a lot of local participation because of lack of information, but it is there to a certain extent. Yes, it is.
Okay, and you talk about the 4-day festivities. Is there going to be a Deepotsav, like you said, in the temples in Botswana or in the temples across the African continent? Are you also, like, is there a large community of Hindu temple priests, trusts across Africa that works in tandem to celebrate such occasions?
Well, we don't work in tandem as such, but each one does their own celebrations, and throughout Africa, definitely there will be celebrations. We have a large Indian community in the East African region of Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. South Africa is another country which has a lot of Hindus that have been there for over 100 years. So they all have their part to play in the Pran Pratishtha ceremonies, which are going to be on the 22nd. Of course, there will be a Deepotsav on the 22nd in the evening to mark the return of Lord Shri Ram to Ayodhya ji. And there will be a lot of events to mark the occasion.
You know, it will, the Indian missions set up across the globe have decided to put up LED screens to showcase and telecast the live visuals, the ceremonies that take place on the 22nd, when the Pran Pratishtha ceremony is going to be taking place and Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going to carry out the Pran Pratishtha ceremony. Is something similar being done by the temple trusts in Botswana and other parts of Africa? Also, has the Indian mission contacted temple trusts and the Hindu diaspora to spread the message?
Well, I'm sure the High Commission of India has been in touch with the temples in Gabon, and definitely the High Commission of India does grace the occasion, and entire mission staff will be there, and definitely there will be screens that will put up for the general public to view. One of the things that is on the program, I'm very sure of that.
Now, what is the perception of the locals, of the Africans to the Hindu religion? How do they view Hinduism as?
Well, they know that we are a religion of peace, and as Dr. Krishnamurti has said, we don't interfere with other people. We welcome them all. So they are quite intrigued with the Hindu religion, and they are quite interested in our festivals like Deepavali, Navratri, which are larger festivals, and they do attend these festivals to get an insight of what exactly is done and how it is celebrated and what is the significance of these festivals. So I can safely say that yes, the people are very much interested in our religion, and they do wish to get an insight into it, and the awareness is spreading.
Absolutely. Talking about Hinduism and Sanatan Dharma and the very concept and ethos of our religion, where we witness people of all faiths, of all religions, whether it is the Hindus, the Muslims, the Jews, a very vibrant Parsi community that lives in India. There is the advent of Jainism, of Sikhism, of Buddhism that have all emanated out of India. Can Hinduism be touted as a religion of peace and be the leading light for the rest of the world?
Well, it definitely can be touted as that. There is no doubt about it. Nobody can say that we are an aggressive religion. We have been very peaceful over the last thousands of years, and I don't recall reading anywhere that we went out and attacked any other civilization. So definitely we are a religion of peace, and as such it would remain for time immortal.
Do you also feel that there seems to be the kind of perception that is being created across the globe, particularly increased incidence of Hindu phobia when we take a look at whether we take a look at the subcontinent in Bangladesh, Afghanistan, Pakistan, where a number of Hindus are attacked, they are killed, there are temples that are desecrated and destroyed, our religious scriptures are desecrated and destroyed. And something similar is also being witnessed in Northern America or in Europe, in certain parts of Europe. Why do you think this kind of narrative is being built against Hindus?
Well, basically, I would say it's fear of the unknown. I think people fail to understand the basics of Hinduism, and also it's the negative publicity that has been put out by the political parties all over the world. So it's not only social targeting, but I think it's also religious targeting that is taking place. And we have witnessed incidents in Canada, United States of America, and even Australia. And for that matter, it's not foreign nationals that are attacking. It's our own people that are trying to damage our own temples. If you look at Australia and United States, it's the Sikh community that is involved in doing that, which is very unfortunate. So we don't really know what exactly is the issue, whether it's political, it's social, but it's
more
there.
More than the Sikh community, these are the Khalistani terrorists who are maligning the name of the Sikh community in carrying out such attacks on Hindus and Hindu temples.
Absolutely.
Okay. And now do you also feel when there are these massive temples that are built across the globe? There is this Abu Dhabi temple that is soon going to be inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Or we talk about the Baptist temples. We talk about the temple that you are part of. Is there then with a large number of temples being constructed across the globe, with large number of Indians and Hindus particularly who are spread out as diaspora across the globe, doing well, being extremely successful, being a tolerant, mindful community. Understanding of the Hindu religion is becoming stronger and stronger for the people across the globe.
It is, yes. It is becoming much stronger. And also, it is worth noting that the Hindu temples that are being across the globe are not only a place of worship, but also of tourism. There's a lot of tourists that go out to these big temples, especially the BAPS temples and others across the world. And if you look at, say, Akshardham, for example, in New Delhi, or you look at the Babs Temple in New Jersey, New York, or in Atlanta, and in England as well. You find a lot of foreign nationals that visit the temple just to have a look at the architecture and learn more and more about the Hindu culture. So it's not only restricted to the Hindu diaspora, but also to the rest of the world who wants to know more and more about Hinduism. And there are a lot of people that are taking up to Hinduism in the foreign lands.
Quickly, one more question, sir, before I let you go. About when we talk about Mecca and Medina and the symbolism that it holds for the Muslims across the globe, or we talk about the Vatican for the Christians, or we talk about the Temple of Solomon for the Jews. Now, these are world-renowned places of worship, which are globally renowned. People recognize them, people revere them. Something similar was until now non-existent for the Hindu community, and therefore as important it is for the Ram temple in Ayodhya to be built, which is the birthplace of Lord Ram, one of the most celebrated, revered deities in Hindu religion. It is also symbolic for the religion of Hindus, the Hinduism religion, to be then recognized by the globe. Up until now, we still did not have that one place, that one religious site that would be called by the rest of the world for this is the holy site, this is the sacred site of the Hindus.
So the building of the Ram Mandir is going to fill that void. It is going to attract people from across the world. You see, I was reading the other day that the Ayodhya ji is expecting 3 lakh devotees a day. You can imagine how immense economy is going to be churned out with that many people coming. And then it will definitely be one of the places of worship for Hindus till such time that we build the others that we are always talking about. You see. So this is one place which the Hindus will identify with, being the birthplace of Sri Ram, and it is going to meet all those expectations that you are talking about that have been met by the places of worship for the other religions. So definitely in the near future, we will see that Ayodhya ji is going to become a center of attraction for world over.
Absolutely.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.